Yup, I Like Wrestling podcast.
You see what I did there?
Are you gonna start?
Oh, yeah.
Are you real right now?
The greatest general manager.
The views and opinions expressed by
Jesus. I'll allow it.
That's peon moves.
Yep, I like wrestling.
Greetings from parts unknown. My name is Sonny Teddy, and today I am joined by
The princess of Yep, I Like Wrestling, the Glamazon Tara Marie.
and I am also joined. Wait a minute.
No one. Thank God, finally.
So I'm only here with you.
Yep.
Ugh.
It's my time to shine.
Ugh.
Because you know what happens when I'm in the street with the damn general manager? Everyone always recognizes him. And everyone always knows the general manager. But no one cares about me. So today,
Suck on that, Tara.
y'all are going to care. Thank you very much. We're going to talk about women's wrestling. We're going to talk about more women's wrestling. And you're going to just have to stay there and eat it. Like that pot pie that did not last very long.
Yeah, that pot pie was good. Yo, you know what? We are in parts unknown, but just want to give a shout out to Jack Dempsey's for their amazing pot pie. Because that pot pie is freaking amazing. Yo, if you ever go to Jack Dempsey's, have the pot pie.
Make sure you have the pot pie.
Trust me. That pot pie was good.
I'm not mad at the salmon either, but that pot pie. That crusty, croissant, flaky Yo, we need another one. Excuse me, senor.
Yo, honestly,
Senor.
that pot pie was crack.
We need another pot pie.
Yeah.
I can talk about Popeye all day, so
Yo, I think
unless one of us is gonna make one of the moves to go get one.
You know what? How about this? We'll have a pot pie after the recording.
Oh, we gotta do that. We gotta
Okay,
do that.
cool.
No, you gotta do. We just got
Hashtag
need
pot
a-
pie. So anyway,
just a
moving
call,
on.
Call parts unknown downstairs. Be like, your help.
All right, so listen, let's just talk about some wrestling instead of Popeyes. All right, so where would you like to start off with, Glamazon? Since
We're gonna start off with the best classic ever, the Mae Young Classic.
the Mae Young Classic was pretty dope.
It was so good. Did you get to watch all of it? Probably not, because you're old.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
You know, you go to sleep earlier, and like old people have like the early bird special where they eat like dinner at like 4.
Like
you know.
Popeyes?
Yeah, exactly. Full circle. Boom. Done. I'm out.
Yeah. By the way, you suck. You suck.
You know who doesn't suck?
Popeyes.
Toni Storm.
No, Toni Storm is amazing.
Toni Storm. She won it all, and I had my sources.
But we're gonna talk about Toni Storm winning it all in a moment when we recap the Evolution.
Okay, but we can talk about her beating the Mako Satomura old lady Asian guy. She was like, she beat her ass to get to Evolution.
Yo, that woman is.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's
She's scary.
Mako Satomura is really, really dope. I mean, I was like, she's just like a bruiser, man. It's like I want to see her on the main roster. Like, you know what's funny? I think about how, you know, like with, say, the Mae Young Classic and with like the Cruiserweight Classic, where, you know, some of the people that were really impressive were the ones that didn't win.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that Toni Storm isn't amazing, but it's just you kind of want to see a bunch of them come up, not just the winner.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they gotta give her a contract. They gotta give her a contract.
Yeah,
you know how I feel
yeah.
about Mercedes and Rhea. Like, all my scary women were amazing.
exactly.
I need them in my life.
Yeah, I would love to see Mercedes Martinez up there.
Girl, they could DM me whenever they want. I mean, yes, I would love to see them on the main roster. That would be amazing.
Okay.
I fell in love so many times during the Mae Young Classic.
That got a little weird.
Yeah, it got a little weird for me too. I wasn't prepared for it. I mean, you had like girls like Perazzo who was like killing it, and then you had what is it, Robbie Brookside, right?
Yeah.
His daughter, she was good, but she just wasn't gonna make it. I mean, she's really cute, 19, blue pink hair. I loved it. It was a great gimmick, but it was like, girl, I already knew who was gonna lose that match.
A lot of the matches, we already knew who was going to win going into it.
I thought Lacey Lane was going to go a little farther. I would love to see her go back to the indies, clean it up a little, and then come back, especially because she has this kind of like Ember Moon gimmick where she like rips the bandana off her face. And I was like, girl.
Yeah, but what's going to happen is that a lot of these performers that did not go further are going to end up getting picked up by Impact Wrestling. Yeah, I know. I keep on saying TNA. I can't say Impact.
I told everybody when I was going to the Impact show, I am going to TNA, and it just sounds dirty.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I think that's why I keep on saying it.
Yeah.
So, Impact Wrestling or Ring of Honor or even New Japan or even some of the other, major minors.
Yeah. There was a lot of like NXT UK girls, a lot of, girls that you're gonna see come up, or you're gonna see them job to somebody, or they have been local competitors for a really long time. So I think it's gonna be great we finally get to see the before, and we get to see them grow, because for a while we didn't get to see all of that. No. We had Sasha and Charlotte pull up as like Triple H's valets, but we never really got the whole background scenes. Like, we knew they were at the Performance Center, but we never got to see what was going on.
That journey.
To see the talent that we have.
Yeah.
Oh, child.
No, I agree with you. Well,
oh, yeah, because they're women. I know why you watch.
Nah, you know what? It's not just because of that. I also watch because I enjoy how hard the women are going, though. Because, the women are really going in. It's something that we've said on a previous episode where, back in the day, the women would be lucky if we got a match that the women were scratching the surface of what the guys were doing.
Fully clothed? Oh.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then now it's like we have women that are outdoing the guys or outperforming the guys.
We're going to talk about Evolution because I'm ready.
Yeah, we're about to jump into Evolution. So, let's just get right into it. So,
I still love Rhea Ripley, though, and Io Shirai is cool and all, but I definitely would have loved to see Rhea at Evolution.
Yeah, no, me too.
Just saying.
Real quick, let me just get this out the way. Thank you to everyone that came out to our... thank you to... shit.
He wants to tell you guys thank you for coming, but he's so choked up that he can't even do it right. I want to say thank you to everyone who came out to Legends Bar, because it was amazing to see all the costumes and see how well people were really in character. You would think that they were about to wrestle themselves. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was ready to cash in on a couple of people with my little Money in the Bank lunchbox.
I didn't bring mine this time, and I feel like we could have fought to the death for that one, but...
Yeah.
It was amazing turnout.
Or fought to a lot of lumps on the head.
Yeah, that's true. And if you've never been to Legends for one of the pay-per-view viewings, you need to come through. There's specials. There's a weird burger named after a weird guy. That's not anything. But the wing special.
Yeah, come on, man. Really? The Sunny Sofrito burger with a sunny side up egg?
I cannot stand it so much, because every time I look at that menu, I'm like, I hate you. You edit so much of me out. No one cares about Teddy. I have so much animosity toward that burger. But you can get 50 million wings for $25. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they put the different flavors all on the plate together. It was great. There was family there. There was people who have been on the Yup on the Street. Charmaine was there. You gotta love. Oh, Yaz was there. Yeah. You gotta love seeing people. It's a big old family.
Shout out to everybody that came through. You guys were really awesome. We had a fun time, and we got some great photos that are going up this week. As they're probably up by the time you're listening to this. So make sure you go check us on our Facebook page. We're gonna have all the photos from the viewing party there. So let's talk about Evolution.
Let's talk about some wrestling.
Yeah. So we had a nice little start at the beginning of the show with a nice little music performance.
Only WWE pushes rock music this hard. They cannot embrace hip hop so bad. The only time we would have gotten Flo Rida. So I'm glad that we got a couple of chicks to be opening it up. It was cute.
Yeah, you think they would ever go for Cardi B?
Never. I think that Cardi B would literally terrify Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I think so too.
The fact that Evolution is even happening with all these strong women surprises me.
At least they had some female performers, but moving on, let's talk about some real female performers.
The real first pop of the night. That was planned out so well. They were like, you know what? We want everybody in this place yelling and screaming. Put out Trish and Lita.
Well, first, before we even start talking about the match, let's talk about the setup, which looked like a house show.
It did. I think it was meant to look like a house show.
Okay, why do you think that was?
Because they were testing it out. They were testing the waters. They didn't know how well it was going to go. And I think they were pleasantly surprised. Also, house show, that whole house show equation works for so many other little indie wrestling brands that they don't even pretend to notice, but they do.
No, I
Like,
got
they were
you.
like, let's do this formula. Let's see how this works.
I just was a little disappointed where the fact that a lot of people were saying, oh, it's dark in there because there's a lot of empty seats. And you know what? Whether there was or there wasn't, I don't think that's the reason why it was so dark in the arena. I
didn't think it was that dark. It looked pretty full to me. I didn't hear.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it was a sellout. So
Yeah.
they don't really
They
announce.
said it was a sellout, but that sounds
I mean,
weird.
yeah, but the thing is, a sellout is usually kind of like.
Oh,
Speaking
no.
of sellouts,
Well, thank you for giving me directions again, Sonny.
I didn't give you the wrong directions. I just gave you a different location.
I think it's the hat. It muffles his ears. He can't really hear things.
It also messes with his eyesight because I text him that.
Oh,
Interesting,
wow.
I never said wrong directions, but your guilty mind went straight to those two words, Sonny, so look who just confessed.
Cool Puerto Ricans.
Luckily, Tara's live iPad app is still on, so I know exactly where you were.
Yo, I told you to turn off your location
I'm
services.
sorry, but I love him so much.
That's what you get for getting lost in Newark. Thank you, and here I am. So where are we?
We're talking about Popeyes.
Shout out to Popeye.
Popeyes and bitches. That's
Oh,
the
my.
theme of.
I do love a good Popeye.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't say that because I would have been real fucked up if I would have said that shit.
No, we were talking about like things and evolution.
We were talking about how it looked
amazing it
inside.
was.
It was rather dark. Did you
Yeah.
get to that part?
Yeah,
That's
well,
a racist joke, though, and we're two Puerto Ricans. We can't make those jokes unless you're here.
I didn't say the competitors were dark. The arena itself was dark.
yeah. We
Oh.
just talked about that.
Like in Newark.
Yeah, we talked about everything, even though you got here late and shit.
Well, things happen when you are sent to Staten Island by mistake.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I said Long Island, but either way,
Ugh,
Thank you,
gross. They're both
iPad
gross.
locator. So yes, the feel was a bit different.
Yes.
It was very dark, but I heard two things. One, I heard that it was dark because there weren't many people there. And on the second hand, I heard it was sold out, and the reason it was dark was to focus everything on the match. I do not know which is the truth because I have no sources.
I don't have any sources either, but I don't give a damn because it was a really good show.
big reason why it was dark is because the setup was different. The setup they normally do at the top of the ramp is the type of setup that they normally do for a house show. So they didn't go and get the extravagant setup,
The lights
the
and the
big
strobe
lights and
all-
everything.
yeah.
So they just did like a simple setup, as well as that's why the railing was the generic railing they do at every single house show.
It wasn't even like the real pot down. Like,
No, the padded one that's like
Yeah.
like a real partition. No, it was just the railing. Like I felt we were watching like a regular indie show.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds
do you
like a
guys
new
think that was
Transformer.
done because they had no faith in the show, or do you think that was done so we had to focus on women's wrestling? So they minimalized everything to make you focus on the women bouncing about.
Nah, I mean,
They know that it's a good formula and it's working for everyone else. So I think they were like, if we're gonna try anything new, let's do it at Evolution.
Do an evolution.
Yeah. I think they were like, listen, these indie house shows are rocking. I know they saw All In, and I know they saw how well that worked.
Shout out to Cody Rhodes.
I don't know, man. I kind of disagree. I kind of feel like people that were actually putting it together, everybody had faith in the product early on. 'Cause, I mean, with some of that stuff, it's not like you could be like, oh, well, we're looking good. Let's schedule it now. I mean, a lot of that stuff, as far as setup and everything else, that's usually kind of like planned out in advance. So maybe they didn't expect it to be as big of an event and then realize it after the fact. Because, I mean, you got to kind of schedule stuff at least, a few weeks in advance. If they knew it was going to be a solid show as far as it being a sellout, even if it's technically a sellout,
I don't think they were banking on people realizing so last minute, like, oh, it's right there in Long Island. Like, I'm going to go. I don't think they were banking on that, and I don't think they realized how many female fans let me say female, let's say women. I don't know how many fans that they knew that were women were actually going to come just alone. I saw so many girls that I know and follow just go by themselves just because they wanted to be a part of it,
And the tickets were dirt cheap, so there was no reason not to go.
Well, I mean, the tickets were. I mean, we saw
they
tickets for
dropped.
like $6. I mean,
Yeah, they dropped. I know,
Yeah.
but
but
why I can believe it was sold out.
But you know what? I can't say that it's because it was a women's pay per view. I think it was a lot of people giving it over scrutiny because
I blame Long Island.
But that's
Shout out to Long Island.
That is another reason. I do blame Long Island.
I blame Long Island.
Because if it would have been like, say, Barclays or
If it would have been Barclays, I probably would have went.
yeah, a lot more people would have went.
Yeah.
And it would have been a lot easier to get to. I've been to Nassau Coliseum one time, and that was for a hockey game. And even that
Hockey?
I do love the NFL, Sonny.
yeah, fucking guy. Yeah, I went to a hockey game out there, and that was the one and only time I've ever been out there.
I do love a good pucking, but the best part of Evolution for me, Lita's thong came back. I haven't seen Lita in a thong since 2001.
Was that a thong, or was that just like a drawing of a thong?
It was thong-like.
It was thongish.
Yeah,
It was thong-like.
It was almost Cisco's thong song, but not
But
quite.
it was good. I think they put on a good show. What do you think? Lita and Trish put out a good performance, you think?
Yeah,
They put out all right.
Yeah, Sonny.
wow.
I hate myself.
The thoughts and opinions of
Wow,
Tyler
I got a disclaimer. Yay!
before Teddy did. Damn.
know.
Good job, Tyler. I don't think Teddy's doing it, but today he.
I think everyone looked good.
Yeah.
Even Alicia Fox, even though she was
Alicia Fox.
she was a bit. She was the odd man out.
Yeah.
Because really,
What
This
is
was a
the
throwback-
odd woman out?
no, I said it right because words don't own me, Sonny.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Shout out to Webster's Dictionary. So
Webster's
we had
Dick.
Trish, we had Lita, we had Mickey. This was more of a throwback to the heyday of women's wrestling. So Alicia was the odd man out. Had they put maybe a Victoria or an Ivory, that match would have been like, wow, let's see if these women. So Alicia was,
Yeah.
but she did a good performance. She was hanging in there with
She
Trish,
hu- she- yeah.
Lita, and Mickey.
She's almost as old as the rest of them.
You know,
that's
to
why.
play on what you just said, I kind of Alicia kind of fit in that match really well because it was almost like she's a bridge to the new
She
girls.
is.
So I mean, I don't know if
She's
she's
a
Right there in the
odd-
middle.
I wouldn't call her the odd woman out. I would actually think of her more as the bridge.
Well, out of those three,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
the other. But yeah, she would be a bridge because she is a woman of the ruthless aggression era.
Yeah.
All of those women were women of the attitude era.
Yeah.
Alicia Fox would be the bridge to today's era, which, as I like to call it, the shitty era. So, yeah.
Wow.
With your girl Charlotte Flair.
It's hard.
Wow,
It's hard. If you ask
Isn't
me,
it always?
Dara.
Jesus Christ.
I'll allow it. So yeah, but it was a good outing for everyone, and it was. I enjoyed it. But let's keep on going. The Women's Battle Royal.
Yes, that battle royal wasn't bad. I actually liked it a lot.
It was good. Say what it was good.
No, but I'm saying it's like
When you say it wasn't bad, that means it was kind of like bad.
no. But the thing is, the perception was that it was going to be bad because of the fact that a lot of the women are not that tall. I mean, and to get them over the top rope, it's not easy.
Anyone but Naya or Tamia,
to me,
Tamia, the singer of Officially Missing You. Thank
Yeah.
you. If anyone but Naya or Tamina would have won, I would have been upset. It needed to be a big bitch.
I would have accepted Oscar or Ember.
I don't
me
know.
too.
Unless they all ganged up on Naya in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and flipped her over like they did last time. But how many times are you going to do that to her? This is just rude at this
So,
point.
so as I told my ex, let's move in slowly. First off, Alundra Blaze. Well, I was shocked that she did so well. Because let's
Yeah.
face it, Alundra Blaze was not even an Attitude Era diva. She was pre-Attitude Era. So
This is
she,
on WCW.
yes, she was. What was that? The
W-
Golden Age era?
WCW.
WCW.
She was a golden age diva before we even had divas.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was still out there. Ivory still looks good.
Ivory was really
Ivory
good.
looks good.
I ain't gonna front. There was a minute that I thought that Ivory was actually gonna win the shit, and I was gonna say, "Wow, Tara actually called that right."
Y'all, I
It's
love
so
it.
rare.
So shout out to her. Then we got to see some other throwbacks. Michelle McCool was there.
Michelle
Michelle
McCool.
You do know who Michelle McCool is, don't
Do
you,
you
Sonny?
know?
Wait, who's that?
Really tall, skinny chick.
She lives under the Undertaker.
Underwear
Under the Undertaker.
under the
Under the Taker.
gooch, the
Under the
belly.
taker?
What does it call it? The cuckoo? The caca? What do you call it? the poo-poo? There's a word that Tara
The
made up.
fupa? The pipa.
The Peepa, yeah, there you go. Shout out to Peepas everywhere. That's where Michelle McCool lives.
And that's where my Popeye is too.
Oh, the Popeye.
Fucking Popeye.
Yeah, Michelle
That's a
McCool was
callback.
there. Maria Kanellis, who had a baby 2 days ago, was there.
Was it no? Oh my god.
Baby was there. So Maria
I think
Kanellis-
that was one of the coolest parts. That like a lot of the women that were like participating in the pay per view had their little babies out there. Just, like,
There were a
cheering
few
them on.
mommies in the match. There were a few mommies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mommies in the match.
Yes.
And
For
what
the
was
mummies during Halloween.
and what was so cool was the fact that we almost had different eras going at each other because at the beginning they got rid of the Iconics, but then it was
That was hilarious.
all of the ruthless aggression and
The veterans
the veterans taken
were
out by
against the newbies.
Yeah.
There was that first standoff.
yeah, that was cool. I like that
It
a
was
lot.
really good.
There
I was
a few
watching
of
you,
those
Teddy. You
things
were.
that I was engrossed in it because I
Yeah.
really wanted to see how Alundra Blaze and Ivory did.
Yeah,
But my favorite part was the dance break between Ivory
that
and
shit
Carmella.
had me cracking up.
Hilarious.
That was
yeah.
hilarious.
My favorite part was Sonny trying to ensue a dance break that never happened.
What was with the no music?
What
Sonny?
was
You can't
happening?
call dance
You can't
break and
say
then
dance break with
silence.
no music.
All right, so let's
You
let
better start
everybody
beatboxing.
let's let everybody know what we're talking about.
So we were at Legends. I was in the bathroom giving a hand job. All of a sudden, I hear Sonny say "dance break" and
He
then
was
dead
like,
silence.
DMC.
It was like Zack Ryder came out, dead silence. Sonny never even planned music. So
All
how
right.
do you dance break silence?
So
Should have had it on your phone. Put it to the mic or something.
all right. So this is what I did.
Teddy was rocking another mic.
Isn't he always? But but the thing is that I did play music on my phone and I tried to put it to the microphone.
Nada.
And it wasn't working.
Fell flat.
Wow.
Yeah. So then I started going bow chicka bow chicka bow chicka bow.
And people dance.
And then some people dance and then they stopped and say, "Wait a minute, that's some porno music." And I was like,
It was-
never mind.
it was
you know what?
awkward.
I'm gonna go back to the action.
It was awkward. So awkward.
But it worked out really well.
I want us to do it again with actual music. I do want to dance break
Can we
to break
have
out
a
at
freeze
the
dance
viewing.
session
I think
at
we're
one
gonna
of
do
our
it.
pay-per-view viewings?
I think we're gonna do a dance break at every.
Let's do it at Crown Royal. We'll have a dance break.
I'm not going
Wow,
to that.
you're saying Crown Royal?
Crown Jewel, Crown Heights, whatever it is.
Crown Heights. That's my new
The pay per view
favorite.
where they kill people. That's the one I want us to do a dance break.
Yo, by the way,
Wow. Wait, not yet. We're not there. We're still talking about Naya. You're not taking it. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
So Naya,
Hold it in. He doesn't know yet.
he doesn't know yet.
Naya, did you really order another pot pie? Sonny, this is grotesque.
I didn't order another pot pie. Tara ordered a pot pie, but I think we're gonna share this pot pie. But that's it.
Jesus. Meanwhile, I'm over here eating Altoids. What's happening here
Do you
today?
want to get in this? I ordered it for everybody to jump in.
What is happening? Come
Can
for food
you-
already? It's only October.
What is it?
Yeah, but it feels like freaking
we're gonna
December.
sneeze. It's gonna be November.
It's cold in parts of
Yeah, we didn't get a fall. We got
So anyway,
summer to
Something just.
while you all devour that,
yeah.
the stare down between Nia Jax and Tamina, was I the only one who got a little moist? Was I the only one?
That's not the word I was gonna use.
I would say yes.
Oh, well, okay.
Really?
No, that was no.
The hoorah?
No. When what Teddy just said that he got that, was I the only one that got moist? No,
I was
yeah.
a little pleased.
Yeah, you were
I
definitely the only one.
Really? I feel there were other people who were happy that Tamina stared down Nia Jax.
I'm just happy she's not injured anymore.
The little tribute they did for Roman, that was dope.
Oh, we were just. Oh, I wasn't there yet. Oh, fun fact, I came late. Pause. I got there late.
At least you came.
I caught up on it afterwards, and I saw the tribute, and it was beautiful. Did you enjoy it? I would have loved to see your face when that happened.
I am trying to process this.
Yes.
Okay.
I do not need a daily reminder that Roman is sick and going to be out. The Usos got a tribute. Jax got it. I think let's let this go now, because now we're going to get to a point where it becomes milking it. Let Roman go do what he has to do. We all know the news, but some of us don't need to keep seeing that because he was our favorite wrestler. So we don't need this constant reminder.
Like we
and
get it.
we've had it 3 times. I think at this point, let Roman go do what he has to do and hurry back.
I think it should be done now. I think the ladies needed to get it out. I don't think they really had a channel to like express it. So now that they've got it out, if I say it again, I'm going to complain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're done here.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Hurry back, Roman. But
Let
we're
him-
done. We
let
don't
him
need
rock.
to see this anymore.
Oh, yeah. Don't even get me fucking started about all the little kids talking about get well soon, Roman.
Yeah.
So let's just continue on with Evolution.
Tony Storm defeated. Oh my god, that was a good match.
That was
a
an
good
amazing match.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean,
For someone who
listen,
never watched the Mae Young Classic, that was
Really?
I haven't. You're the only one who tells me about the Mae
It's
Young Classic.
so
I've seen some like we were talking about it before you got here. Mae Young Classic is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great watch. One of the things I didn't like about the watching of it, which kind of leads into Evolution as well, I have an issue with the commentary, and it's
Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
it's not okay. So Beth Phoenix and Renee Young, when they're speaking, I actually like what they say.
Yes.
The problem is, it's almost as if
They're talking.
they need yeah, so they need training in working in radio, because they tend to pause a little bit too much. So there's a lot of lapse and silences. And if I'm watching at home, I want to hear constant commentary. You know, so
okay, well, let's cut Beth Phoenix a break because she's a worker. Let's remember she doesn't have any commentary skills.
no,
She's making the money right now. Give her a break.
no, it's not.
So-
no, but the thing is that
Let's give her a pass. Renee has no pass. She should know better.
no, but
I
it's
can't
not.
stand Renee and anyone who dresses up like her.
Oh, shout out to her Bobby Heenan jacket. It's Bobby Heenan.
But listen, it's not about them that they're talking. I like their talking. Is that they need to talk more when there's, they need better flow.
This is her new thing for. If you remember, Mick Foley for a hot second did commentary on SmackDown.
Yeah, that
and
was
do you
rough.
remember back in the day, Shawn Michaels was
Yeah, but
commentary.
the thing is, but here's the thing: they were paired with other people that carried the conversation when they were not talking. So they were only adding in bits and pieces at a time. Renee, I'm liking Renee more on Raw because she's doing better. But as a commentary as a whole, the three of them, her, Corey Graves, and Michael Cole, I still like it. I think she can always improve, but I still like it because Corey Graves and Michael Cole are constantly talking when she's not. She needs to talk more.
She needs to jump in.
A lot more, and I also want to see more of her personality.
It's the beginning. I think she's still a little scared.
Yeah, no,
and even when she
exactly.
was wrestling, she didn't have. I love her to death, but she really didn't have that much of a personality.
I'm talking about who?
Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that when you have Beth Phoenix and Renee Young who are not carrying the conversation when no one's talking, that's why they needed Michael Cole there.
They needed him.
So-
Unfortunately, it sounds so weird.
Well, they needed him because of the broadcast experience that he has.
Gross.
If they were to have Renee Young or Beth Phoenix possibly go do like some training and doing radio, that will help their case in doing better in commentary.
Well, we always have this problem when a wrestler becomes a color commentator, where
A
they
colored
need
commentator?
some more seasoning. They're not always. Even Booker T wasn't very good at his first go round as on the
He
commentator.
was just so rough.
But now he's gotten so much better. I think if they keep Beth Phoenix, he will get better.
But remember, when Booker
Wow,
T,
I heard that.
Yeah, he will get better.
You're rude.
Well, I mean,
It's so rude.
but remember that Booker T, when he started, same way with a lot of other people, when they started, that they weren't that good, they were balanced out by two others. The only time that you didn't have someone.
well, in
that-
this case, it has to be balanced out by Michael Cole, and there are no other women.
and Corey Graves. No, but I'm talking
No,
about
I'm talking about Beth Phoenix. I
No,
don't care
but
about
with
Renee
Beth
Young.
Phoenix and Renee Young, yes, but they just need to kind of get that. They have to pretend like they're on radio. That's the bottom line. I think, me personally, and they'll be better. But
Besides them,
but moving on to the whole thing about
That
Toni
match.
Storm, yeah, that match was amazing.
Good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Then Sasha Banks, Bailey, and Natalya defeated the Riot Squad.
I called it. I was right.
Most
Yeah.
I was
certainly
right.
did.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
right.
So the Riot Squad all came to the ring in their
Looking
Halloween costumes.
gorgeous.
Renee, oh goodness, I'm stuck. Ruby Riot came in a little tuxedo number. Liv Morgan came out of her costume, and Sarah Logan's costume was herself, which is equally as scary. But then, yes,
Yeah.
they still had a losing effort against one Natalya, Bailey, and Sasha Banks.
You know what I found hilarious about that was the backstage video that was on WWE.com, where they're just all emotional for losing. Like, oh my God, this was a dream, but we're going to be tomorrow everybody's worst nightmare going into the future. And I'm just like, yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, I liked the match. I thought the match was great. I just don't think the
I just called it.
extra
it was
shit
just,
was necessary.
It was just easy to call. Like,
did.
I think that was what they thought was going to be a bathroom break, but I don't think they thought that so many people. Because when Ruby Riot walked out, the first thing Teddy said was, "She looks okay."
She does. And
She looked
that's
okay.
all I've ever asked of Ruby Riot, to look okay.
To look okay.
That's all I've ever asked.
Not gorgeous, not beautiful. Just
No.
look okay, girl.
I like to shoot low.
She brushed her hair.
She did.
She
She
did.
washed it. And
You
that's
g-
all I've ever asked.
You guys are the worst.
That's all I've ever asked.
The
I love her.
The thoughts and opinions of both of you are.
Wow. Rude.
I noticed he didn't disagree. However,
Baby Daddy came out next.
keep your finger on your disclaimer because Shayna Baszler's match is next. Sorry.
Baby Daddy.
Shayna Baszler defeated Kairi Sane to become the new NXT Women's Champ for the second time.
You know I love a chick that might kill me in my sleep. So I was like, hey girl, she looks scary as hell. I was like, I love you. I love you so much.
Now that's weird.
Oh,
Yes,
I love
that's
it.
weird.
Right up there with Rhea Ripley and Martinez and right, it's Mercedes Martinez. Yep, love her to death too.
Yep.
All the scary chicks with the strong jaws.
I really don't understand.
But did you see the foreshadowing that they gave us?
Of the 4 horsewomen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They're gonna just take over soon, and we're not gonna have any actual female wrestlers. It's just gonna be all rejects.
MMA rejects.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, the match was very good. Unfortunately, Kairi Sane lost the belt she got at NXT Takeover.
But it was a great way for her to get the belt and stay looking strong.
It
Yeah.
was a chokeout submission, a literal chokeout. She choked her and put her to sleep, and
She went that night. She went
went
Mimi's.
Oh, shout out to the video that Tara sent us.
She went Mimi's.
Oh yes, yes. She went to sleep, which that happened. So
I was kind of scared, which is sad. That I'm like, yo, does homegirl know that they're wrestling because she about to kill her? Like, she just came out like a little pirate, and she was so happy, and now she dead.
a dead pirate,
She a dead pirate.
a dead Asian pirate.
I kind of felt like Adrian in one of the Rockies, like, no.
Yes, I wanted to throw a white towel,
Yeah.
mainly over Shayna Baszler's face, but yes, I just felt that I couldn't do it.
She's a beautiful, strong man.
The thoughts and opinions of Tara are hers, and they do not represent the thoughts
Whatever.
and opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
You're
So,
rude.
yeah, but that was it was a pretty good match, and I liked how they made us make Kairi Sane still looking pretty strong, but because
They did it the right way.
they did it the perfect way because she tried to do the same thing she did at NXT, and that's how she got out of it. And but then they had whatever her name is, I don't remember the girl that kicked her in the head.
Oh, blonde girl number 1. There was
Yes,
2 of them.
yes.
Blonde girl number 1 and
horsewoman
blonde
number
girl
one.
number 2.
Former MMA girl number
Oh,
1.
we're gonna get dragged for this. There's gonna be somebody like, come on, you don't know her name is blah, 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 blah."
Yeah.
Kevin Wood, if you're listening, please put the name of the blonde in the comment section because we know you are a wrestling nerd and you know the answer to such things.
Exactly, because I don't
All
remember.
things physical activity. Kevin
Yes.
knows.
Well, can we move on
To your favorite
to
match?
my least favorite
You
match
loved it
on-
so
No,
much.
no,
This
no.
was the match of the night.
And now a moment of Teddy.
Oh, Jesus.
Go ahead, Teddy. Tell us why you didn't like this match.
I have never felt so conflicted during a match. This was literally, I did not like this match at all.
You almost took your hat off.
I did not like this match. It was far too intense and brutal for my expectations. I wasn't expecting what I watched, and it was hard for me to watch. Like, you know what?
No one was.
The emotions leaked over to the next match to the point where my heart was still racing. It was tight. I couldn't even sit down because Becky and Charlotte, I thought one of them was going to get seriously hurt, and that was my worry, that one of them, during this epic push, was going to hurt the other and be out. So that was my worry the entire time. I saw some things, like, they were just one step below thumbtacks. You
Thumbtacks.
realize, right? Like,
Yo, as
they
a
were
matter of
one
fact,
step below that.
it was Stefan that said, all we need is thumbtacks.
Beige Benoit.
Beige Benoit. Shout out to Beige Benoit.
There was Singapore canes, there were chairs, there were tables, there was choking, there
I mean,
was...
a kendo stick?
What did I say?
Singapore cane?
Oh, excuse me, Marla Maples. I'm sorry, a Singapore cake. Excuse me. I'm saying, do stick like.
Is there a difference?
Okay.
I don't know. Excuse me. But yeah, it was very brutal.
You know, watching you watch that match reminded me of my mom watching a horror film.
Yo, seriously, it was me watching a horror film. Oh my god, nope, I'm not doing this with y'all. He kept covering his eyes like there wasn't 17 other monitors around.
He kept looking away. Meanwhile, there was another.
I'm not doing this with you, Becky. Oh god, Charlotte, no, why?
Oh my god! I just kept saying they're gonna get hurt. Charlotte's gonna hit something. Becky's gonna tear something. They would just go. And then what got me was the bloodthirsty animals at Legends Bar, they kept wanting more. They kept shouting for more. And I wanted to turn and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, they're going to kill each other.
Get the tables.
You did.
Oh, my. It was
You
just
blacked out.
You were yelling at
you
people.
actually said
Yeah,
that shit.
you were not okay.
It
You were
reminded
not
me
okay.
of like the old ECW days, like when New Jack would take a stapler and put it to someone's forehead, and then the crowd would be cheering for more.
That doesn't hurt that much. I've tried it.
Does it?
It doesn't hurt that much.
Why does that not surprise me?
Wow.
Because when we were younger, me and Ruby would be like, that doesn't look like that hurts. Do it on me.
Oh, shout out to Ruby, who was obviously abused.
You know, every time I hear a story about Ruby, I'm like, yo, that was like serious abuse.
Mystery solved.
Yeah.
So yeah, that match was a little too brutal for me, but in any event, Becky was crowned as the last woman standing when Charlotte could not answer the 10 count.
That last spot, that power bomb through the table.
God, it literally made my stomach turn.
I've never seen anyone take that bump.
I've seen it.
I've seen other people take that bump through the table like that, but not like that. Anytime I've seen someone else take a power bomb through a table, they weren't coming from that high up.
Yeah.
You know, onto the floor. Like, she came from almost the top rope. I've never seen any dude take that bump from that high up into a table with nothing underneath, nothing to gimmick it. Nah, man, she took a serious freaking bump.
See, the thing is that they wrestle each other so much and they've known each other for so long that they were just like, yo, we got this. Like, I know what you can handle. I know what I can handle. Let's do this. We literally saw them wrestle that Tuesday.
Yes.
So, you know, they've been practicing it. They know what's going on. I'm sorry to everybody who's still real to them.
We've
sorry.
never seen anything on this level
But
of brutality.
that was insane.
What worried me was they were in their mindset. This is the first women's pay-per-view, so we got to go out there and up our game and do it. But
die.
they were up there doing they were out there doing Foley-like spots.
Yeah.
And my worry is any wrestler, including like Jeff Hardy or Sabu or anyone, you have to realize when you do Mick Foley spots, there's a chance you could end up like Mick Foley with a drastically shortened career and permanent injuries.
And looking like him.
Oh, well, Jesus. Well, Becky's halfway there. But I was watching this match and my...
The views and opinions expressed by Teddy are his and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Your Ballet Wrestling.
What? Yes, not me. Good.
I was
Take
worried.
it.
I was worried about her.
I was worried about you.
So it's like my worry is they're out there trying to impress us, and one of them is going to get permanently injured and get 5 years taken off their career.
I was impressed though.
You know?
But the careers are already so short because they're women and Vince sucks.
That's my worry.
Yeah, their career would have just been over.
You know,
at this
so
point.
that's why you saw me cringing and covering my eyes because it's like, you know what? It's like someone who's trying too hard. You ever been on a date with someone and they're trying too hard?
Like Nikki
and
Bella?
Nikki Bella hasn't had a date in years, darling. Pay attention.
Oh.
So it's like they were trying too hard and I was afraid one of them was going to get hurt. That was my worry. But thankfully, everyone came out, to my knowledge, unscathed. There were no injuries afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
So that's good. Thank goodness.
We move on to the final match.
This
The
is
match
when
that shouldn't have been the main match.
This was when the pain
Yeah, same
started.
here.
This is
Yeah.
when the pain started.
Yeah.
Right when Nikki Bella came out is when the pain started.
Oh
Yes.
God.
A pain deep in my vagina. As soon as I saw Nikki Bella,
In your where?
but what?
What?
His
I got pain.
uterus.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It hurts there sometimes.
Ronda Rousey
Is
versus...
that like when someone like is missing an arm and they still feel pain in their arm?
Yes.
It's called phantom vagina. That's what
Wow.
it's called.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Webster's Dictionary. What else would you like to know from Teddy and I? Thank you.
Just wanted to know what
Nikki
the
Bella
reference was.
versus one Ronda Rousey. Yes, people, that was your main event. No, not Becky and Charlotte when they literally tore the house down. No. Ronda versus Nikki was an actual main event. So in 20 years, when we're all talking to our children, we will say, you know what? I
Charlotte and
witnessed-
Becky finished the greatest pay-per-view ever.
No,
there was
you-
nothing after.
No, we can't rewrite history.
Everybody went home early.
We can't rewrite history. We're not Donald Trump. We can't. No, we have to tell our children the truth. Nikki Bella headlined a pay-per-view. That happened.
Oh my God.
That's in the record books. You realize that Nikki Bella headlined a pay-per-view.
That's
the hell did she do to
what?
Vince,
That's
bro?
that's the answer to a Jeopardy question.
Yes.
Who
What was the worst day of your life? What is Nikki Bella headlining Evolution? You are correct. Thank you.
ding, ding.
I'd like blowjobs for 8,000, Alex.
Oh God.
That's Jeopardy. So, yeah, Do you guys think that was main event worthy?
I think I called it too, right?
Survey
Ronda.
says.
Yeah,
I think I was pretty much right for all of this.
we all said Ronda.
Yeah,
We all said Ronda.
Yeah, because if Nikki Bella beat Ronda, I think there would have been like just this. I don't even know. People would have burned the place down.
There would have been a situation.
Honestly,
There would have been let's just say I would have had a Blossom situation. Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of women who support her and went dressed as her. Like, God bless them, and
Yeah.
I hope they get better soon. But you know,
Shout out to Darren Young.
yes. Jesus Christ.
still well soon, ma.
I'm not even going to disclaim that shit.
Yeah,
Go
no.
ahead.
You dressed up as Nikki Bella. You did it to yourself. But you're not gonna see me in these streets dressed as Ronda either, though. Like, do I want to look like the angry black swan? No.
Camel toe. She has perpetual camel toe.
I don't. And you know, I had an employee who was there. Shout out to Mark. And he was sending me all these pictures of like the most random things, like Ronda's kilt by the by the ring, and he was like, I was in a China shirt and I was really afraid of Triple H and stuff. He was like, but nothing scared me as much as Ronda.
Yeah, Ronda's a scary.
So I can imagine seeing Ronda in 3D being, or 4D, a little scary, but Nikki Bella and trust issues and relationship issues, that's just something that I can't have in my space right now, and that's why I couldn't go to the pay-per-view.
Speaking of trust issues, do you trust everybody going out to Saudi Arabia and nothing happening?
No. Hell no. Well, I don't. And, fun fact, Renee Young is going to be a commentator at Crown Jewel. I don't know if she's going to do it from here.
Do they know that?
So
yeah.
we're recording on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Just to let you guys know,
And our sources.
to you the listener, Kervin, aka KD Swagger,
Calls him that, Sonny.
It's KD Swagger 1932
Don't do
41
that.
67.
Yonkers 87 914. Don't co-sign
All
that, Sonny.
denim
the ugly
outfit
stepsister
17.
of the Bronx. Yeah.
Shout out to Yonkers,
Yonkers.
the ugly aunt of the Bronx.
And Miami, the sixth borough.
Exactly.
Shout out to Miami. Cocaine.
Bienvenido a Miami.
La cocaína. Yes.
Yo, after this, I gotta talk to you.
Oh, finally the show gets cut. Yes.
Listen,
I'll allow it.
so we're not gonna be doing. We're not gonna be talking Raw and SmackDown. For notes on Raw and SmackDown, please go check out KD's notes on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/YEPILW. So for full Raw and SmackDown notes, please do that. So we're gonna talk.
Are you
about
saying for full Raw, please do Kevin? Is that what I just paraphrased?
No,
That's what it sounded like. You
No,
said.
no, I said for full Monday Night Wrestling program.
I don't
notes.
recall that. I don't recall. I literally heard you say for full Raw.
Nope,
Call
I did not.
Kevin.
Nope.
For
At 914.
Kervin at the Evolution viewing was like Superman because he was in his full denim outfit and, you know, R&B swagger. And I was like, oh my God, you came to a viewing party. You didn't have a Yup t-shirt on. And then he proceeded to open the denim shirt. And there was a Yup I Like Wrestling shirt under it.
That's because he.
That's loyalty.
Exactly. Kervin does what he has to do. Unlike somebody I'm looking at right
he
now.
owns more than one. You were supposed to get me one with a pink font. I never got that. You made them for me. I never got one. You stopped talking to me. Now I'm on your damn podcast and I only have one Yup I Like Wrestling shirt. But you expect the bitch to do laundry every fucking day like if I'm some kind of maid. So now what do you want from me?
How about you do laundry once a month?
None of the bitches on Evolution do laundry.
Oh, Jesus. No shame.
Actually, I recently dropped off my laundry and got it back, and I did the math, and I probably haven't done laundry since like August. So,
Exactly.
Yeah,
but that means I have other clothes that are just there.
No wonder you're so uptight.
Oh God, yeah, because these pants are my skinny pants, right? And I didn't do laundry, so now I gotta stick it to them. No, I'm just joking.
Well,
I'm wearing my
Febreze does
clean
wonders.
pants. Oh my God!
Speaking of the viewing party, I don't quite
that's-
know if Kervin was dressed as Superman, but I'll take that. But shout out to the other people who were in costume, like myself. Speaking of people who did their job, costume party. Yes, the GM was dressed in a costume.
Yo,
I guess Sonny
you know
was
what?
in costume as Rey
I was a
Mysterio.
disgruntled Yup I Like Wrestling employee. I said what I was dressing up as, and nobody listened.
And
Well, yeah.
there was another Rey Mysterio. Shout out to him.
And we did the whole Spider-Man meme.
Yes, we did. There was a very delicious Baron Corbin there as well. I also saw Wonder Woman, I believe. That was Wonder Woman.
We had Wonder Woman.
I think Ken from Street Fighter was there. Or
Yes, we did.
Charlene was conjuring up some woos. She was a witch that wooed a lot.
Is that what she was?
She was like, woo, all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
Shout out to Charmaine.
I love her so
So yeah,
much.
to all the people who actually dressed up for the costume party,
18
we
Rey
thank you.
Mysterios.
Sonny, do I get to keep Baron Corbin? Because I feel that could be my payment.
Yeah, I'll send you his number later.
So overall, let's give it a grade. Evolution, the first women's pay-per-view. Give it a grade, Tara.
8.5.
What the fuck is it? 8.5?
8 and then.
I said give it a grade.
Grade, you get an 8.5 in school?
What? Because you go 1 to 10. Yeah, from grades K through 5, they give you like 1s to 5,
No.
1 to 10.
No. Rankings and grades.
A, B, C, C minus, C plus.
D for this dick. No, okay.
Oh, Sonny!
It's
Sonny!
Can we get through the podcast?
Yes, it's gonna be so then a 8.5 would be like a B minus.
B minus.
B minus, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that has Alicia Fox is barely gonna get an A for me.
Oh,
No love for Foxy.
No, yeah, she really.
All right, Teddy, what are you giving the pay-per-view?
You know what? Solid B plus. Actually, it wasn't perfect. Nothing's perfect, but for the first time
You
ever,
are.
I think those ladies did an excellent job, and they weren't given what they would do. So to
Nope.
do your best when you weren't given your best, you know what? I think they did an excellent job. So yes, B plus. So, Sonny, what
wait,
grade
so-
do you give Evolution?
My grade for Evolution is honestly an A minus, man.
Okay.
I really liked it. I mean, you know what? Actually, because now I'm thinking about it, I gotta give it a B. And the only reason why I gotta give it a B is because I wasn't happy, and it's about WWE. I wasn't happy with them not doing the same fanfare that they do for the regular pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I felt like they were deserving of it.
Of course they deserve
And
it.
the show itself, A minus. WWE's putting on of the show, just a B.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I give it a D minus for that because we were literally at the SmackDown before.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about their lead up, that shit was a straight up F.
Terrible.
Oh,
Terrible.
Their lead up was an F. I mean,
not terrible.
if it wasn't for the crown jewel, I think that they would have went in with more promotion. But it was almost as if they leapfrogged over Evolution and was like, "Yo, we got to push this show in Saudi Arabia," which doesn't make any sense because that shit's already going to be sold out anyway.
You should have just swept that under the rug.
With all the controversy, I don't know how they are even going on with that, but that's the WWE.
Well, how they're going to go on with it is they're pimping Renee Young into the broadcast booth.
Hi.
So that's a thing.
That's the word you want to use.
I'm sorry, yeah, I'm actually going to use that shit. You know, I normally wouldn't use that word when referencing a woman, but I feel like this was them telling Saudi Arabia, listen, all the shit that we're getting for you guys, you got to let us put in a woman. This is going to make us get less bad publicity. Let's put Renee in. And, okay, maybe it seems like they're creating progress by putting a woman in, but
They're not.
would they have done it had it not been for all the controversy going on?
Oh, they're gonna be like, hey,
Exactly.
a couple of
So
us.
that's why I
fine.
said.
like, we'll put
so,
in Renee.
so that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like they pimping her out for it, you know. And it's
I don't
sad.
like any of it.
Yeah, it's
You know,
it's
the unfortunate
terrible.
situations create opportunity to make things get better at some point. Because if we could look at history and there's plenty of examples of it, but I mean, it still is what it is. So.
This is WWE's forte. They like to court controversy, if you will, in many, many ways. They've been doing it since the dawn of time. And yeah, to be quite honest, they've cashed in on controversy many a time. Shout out to Eric Bischoff's book titled Controversy Creates Cash. So, Sonny, so this controversial pay-per-view still goes on, right?
Yeah, and you know what? We're actually doing a viewing party on Friday at Legends.
What? We almost never do viewing parties. What?
You've always been at one of them. Oh.
I try to black them out.
He doesn't do the day drinking.
What time is it? Is it at 8 in the morning now?
No. It's at 11.
In the morning?
Well, that's the when the doors open.
Wow.
It's the only reason I would think about it. Just because, you know.
So for all you
Day
people who
drinking.
love day drinking, for those of you who never actually went to sleep the night before, Legends, 11 o'clock, be there, be square.
Hashtag mimosas.
Oh, shout out to mimosas.
Damn. Okay, now you're making it sound kind of good. I really don't want to watch this pay-per-view.
Well, you know what? I mean, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, WWE has always courted controversy. So, they've often capitalized on it. But do you guys have any like favorite controversial moments from WWE storyline wise or real life?
I mean,
so many.
Can we kind of call controversy favorite though?
We could.
Yes.
If it's storyline based, yes, we could.
Oh, okay.
Like, say, for instance, Mae Young being impregnated by Mark Henry. That's a storyline controversy.
Where are they now? The hand.
The Hand was at Raw 25, was he not? He
Yeah.
was. And Mark Henry's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Mae Young, may she rest in peace. But yeah, but that's a controversy that we could say. But then there are the real controversies such as,
You know, the steroid trial.
steroid trial,
Oh.
CM Punk walking out.
Chris Benoit.
So is there
Chris
something
Benoit, even though,
Chris Benoit.
I mean, can you really call Chris Benoit a controversy of WWE? When
Neglect.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
you feel
Yep.
because of neglect, you said? I
Yeah.
mean,
When Chris Benoit's autopsy was done, they said his brain was that of an 80
Oh, yeah,
some
I know
odd
that.
year old
Yeah.
with Alzheimer's.
So-
no, I get that, but but here's and I'm not trying to defend WWE. What I'm trying to say is, those CTE is that what it's called? CTE. Those CTE exams cannot be done on someone unless they're dead. So it's not like there's a way for you to find out how they are before that. And remember, he didn't spend the majority of his career with WWE. He was doing this a lot of places.
You just weren't watching your talent. I
well,
feel like.
the CAT scans can be done.
Well, CAT scans can be done.
Can be done.
But I don't know
But
if
he
it
may
would
have been
pick up.
lying.
I don't know if it would have picked up. And not only that, a lot of these workers are not forthcoming on the stuff that they're going through either.
From his generation of workers. Nowadays, workers, if they sprain their ankle, they tell the
Yeah.
trainer. But from his generation, a lot of them was like, you know what, if I can stand, I'm working. So he may not have told about a lot of his injuries, but he was in the throes of dementia. Again, not
Yeah.
condoning what he did.
No,
However,
not at all. Not at all.
Do you guys remember that? Like, I remember being at work and someone saying, hey, guess what? Chris Benoit's family was found dead. And I was like, oh my God, that's terrible. And then the next day to find out, oh dear, this was
he
at
was
the
him.
hands of Chris Benoit himself. And then when you find out about the text messaging and the this and the that and the, oh my word,
I
it
was
just
in
got,
high school, so
she just loves to throw that in our
Yeah,
face.
yeah. She likes to throw how young she was.
just
it just felt. Really
I was in high school as well.
real.
Well, I was in a high schooler,
You went-
but
you
it's
went.
Yeah,
like,
you know?
but that committing another crime.
Which is also another controversy.
Well,
yeah.
only if you get
and
caught.
I mean, you have the fun controversies with WWE when it's like back then it wasn't as frowned upon. Like Val Venus getting threatened to get castrated. And,
shout out to Guy and Die.
and then you have the real ones like that, and it's just like
what about Austin being crucified?
yeah.
on the Undertaker's symbol, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're younger, you're just kind of like, oh, he's on a cross, like Jesus, that's cool. Stone Cold's my Jesus, it was just kind of like that kind of thing.
By the way, shout out to ECW, who also did that crucifixion storyline, and WWE just redid it and bastardized it. But Sandman was crucified in ECW, but it was more of a crucifixion. Like, he was literally strapped to a cross with thorns in his head. So ECW did it first. Undertaker just did it more gimmicky. But yeah, that was done in ECW. There were a lot of controversies in wrestling, period.
I mean, I have like a favorite that people still speculate on, like the Montreal Screwjob.
Oh, shout out to Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
Well, we mean speculation.
You'll have people who think it's a conspiracy theory, who are like,
They were
no, that
all-
was
it
all
was
the
a-
work.
it was a long
Everybody
work, yeah.
was like all in it, and then you have people who are like, no, Brett still wants Vince's hands, like he wants to fight it out still. So I'm here for all conspiracy theories. At all times.
I get a kick out of listening to the different interviews from the time of the Montreal Screwjob, where different people have slightly different recollections of what happened. Like Shane was on what the podcast? It wasn't the Stone Cold podcast. It was with either Mick Foley or Chris Jericho.
I think it was Mick Foley.
Yeah, and they were talking about that Vince said to Shane, I'm going to let him get one.
Yes.
Talking about
Bret Hart,
punching him. And he let Bret hit him, and then they stopped it. But then you also had other people that say, nah, Bret fucked him up.
He did have a black eye and a broken ankle, which he claims Jerry Briscoe stepped on. It's a whole thing.
When they were breaking him up?
They were breaking him up, and in the melee, that's how
Really?
his ankle got snapped by Jerry Briscoe stepping on it.
So here's the funny thing, because did you ever see the documentary with Bret Hart?
No.
there's a documentary with Bret Hart, and it takes place around the time when the Montreal Screwjob happens, and they see Vince going into the locker room when the fight happened, and then you see Vince walk out.
Yes.
You know, obviously with a shiner, but he didn't look like he was limping.
Well,
so if his ankle was broken, that's a tough motherfucker, dude. I mean, then again, this is the same dude that tore both his quads when he ran into the ring to find out about
the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, with
horrible.
Yeah, and it's funny because he stayed in character and he's looking at them like, yeah, so what happened? What happened? And he's sitting on the floor. Meanwhile, both his fucking quads are torn.
Yo,
that's a gangster dude.
If that's what strength is, I'm soft. I am SAWFT. Soft.
Oh, shout out to Big Cass and Enzo.
Enzo, my other favorite controversy.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? He's had quite a few.
The one of him getting thrown off the bus, or the one of the possible sexual
She's a liar.
thing? Yeah,
Whatever.
well,
She's a liar. I still low key. I know Enzo's a horrible person, kind of, but like Big Cass is worse. He's like a Trump supporter, but I still kind of feel love for Enzo.
Well, the thing is that when I first heard about the whole thing with Enzo, the first thing I thought of was Kobe, because Kobe Bryant was also in a similar situation. He was accused by some woman that he was that he had raped her and so on and so forth. And actually, I had heard a story directly from a friend that was tight with somebody in Lakers management that was like, yo, you know what? They were having sex, and then all of a sudden
she flipped it. It
wasn't that she flipped it, is that he went back door, and that's when she was like, no.
Yo, you gotta knock first, B.
and
speak for yourself, Dara.
And the thing, fucking Teddy, yo. So
yes, please.
No, hey.
No, I mean our listeners, not you, Sonny.
Yeah, please.
Your fiber's way too low to have sex with me.
You know what? Yeah, my fiber's low.
Your fiber's low, and I'm worried about you.
Yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna keep my fiber low.
After the 2 chicken Popeyes, his cholesterol
His fiber's low. It's
through
crazy.
the roof.
His
cholesterol's high.
Freaking cholesterol.
His cholesterol's high, but his fiber's low. I'm worried about him.
Yeah. Anyway, but anyway, the whole fact of the matter is that when they went to trial, it turned out that the person accusing Kobe had other traces of semen in her panties.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh yeah, you don't.
It's a busy night. I was young.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but anyway, the whole thing is that crazy story was, you know, that was one of the things that kind of was that made it seem like she wasn't a legitimate person to believe.
She busy.
Yeah. So I mean,
she's lucky, is what she.
Did you guys have like your favorite controversy besides like, you know, Enzo and Montreal, or no?
Do I have my favorite controversy?
Yeah.
If I have to consider a favorite controversy, I would consider actually the curtain call, because I thought that was kind of dope.
Oh, shout out to the curtain call.
Which, for those of you that don't know, it was when Razor Ramon, a.k.a. Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash, a.k.a. Diesel,
baby daddies,
were leaving to WCW. So they had a show at Madison Square Garden. And at the end of their match, Triple H and Shawn Michaels and X-Pac, yeah. Shawn Waitman or Waltman. They all came out and basically did like what they do at the end of a Broadway show, and they just all bowed to the crowd because it was Hall and Nash's last night, and hugged in the ring. And Shawn Michaels was the champion, so he didn't get shit. X-Pac, what happened to him? Nothing really happened to him.
X-Pac was leaving as well.
Yeah, that's right. X-Pac was leaving as well. And Triple H ended up getting the brunt of the backlash on it. He was supposed to get a push. He was supposed to win, I think, the Intercontinental title at the following pay-per-view.
He was supposed to be the King of the Ring.
The King of the Ring.
Austin.
That's right.
And then 316 was born.
Exactly, which
was kind of a blessing. You can hear me breathing.
Yeah.
That was the day pro wrestling died, Sonny.
Yeah, I mean,
the literal day pro wrestling died, because kayfabe was killed at that moment. Now it was no longer, this is real, or is this real? Now this is no longer real, we're friends. And literally there were wrestlers backstage who wanted to kill them.
Yeah.
But it was but I mean, when you think about it though, that's kind of something that was Vince's fault anyway, because Vince had to say, yo, all this shit is fake when he had the steroid trial. So it was a precursor to what happened at the curtain call.
But those are two different things. One is I have to swear on the court of law the truth. The other is, I'm going to go out and tell my boys goodbye. Like, no, this is a business. And as much as I hate agreeing with Jim Cornette, This is our business. This is how we make money. And now you're going to go out there and ruin it.
That's right, motherfucker.
Oh, shout out to Jimmy Cornette. So, yeah, that was the day pro wrestling died. And then reality-based wrestling came in. And the rest is history.
But it did give us the Attitude Era.
It did give us the Attitude Era. It gave us Mr. McMahon. The greatest heel ever.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't necessarily have a favorite controversy. There were so many. The first one that comes to my mind is Sable. When she left,
of course,
she left with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the WWE for basically the business that made her famous. And she got that money.
God bless her.
Literally, she sued them, got it, and came back. Now that's gangster. Suck on that, Tara. Like, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you. Give me my coins, and I'll be back in 2 years. Take it.
She's one of the rare few people that actually won against WWE.
Did it. And her lawsuit was sexual abuse. She said she was grabbed forcibly. Someone took a number 2 in her bag. It turns out that was also X-Pac, Sean Waltman, who crapped in her bag. She said it was unsafe working conditions, that some of the wrestlers would drill holes into the women's locker room to wash them dress. Yeah. So, and that's the first one.
Which is crazy, like how no one else got a part of that settlement.
Yes. Yeah. She got all that money. Yep. And shout out to Nicole Bass, too, who also said that happened. She said the Brooklyn Brawler grabbed her breast and vagina on an airplane. Oh, just imagine that. Nicole Bass was sexually assaulted by the Brooklyn Brawler.
Wow.
Yes.
Damn.
Remember, children, if he's ugly, it's rape. If he's cute, it's flirting. Just pay attention.
That's not a thing.
Those are the thoughts and opinions of Teddy.
Oh, my God.
And they do not represent the thoughts and opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
Idris Alba asks you out to dinner. Oh, yeah, that's a bad thing. But when Flavor Flav asks you out, call the police. Call the police. That's rape. Call the police.
Anyway, Sarah, what is
Rape isn't funny. Why am I laughing?
Sarah, what is your favorite controversy?
I said, though.
She said already.
Yeah.
She started it, Sonny. Thank you for being awake. As you are 8 pot pies in. Try to pay attention, sir.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Pot pies got me. I totally forget what Tara said.
Yo, you gonna call out tomorrow like, yo, it's the pot pie.
I'm calling out pot pie.
So there were some other honorable mentions, I will say. Sonny already mentioned the steroid trial. That almost basically decapitated the WWE. Vince was accused of giving his wrestlers steroids, which in fact he did. He gave them to Hulk Hogan. That killed their friendship. There was also, what are some other notable controversies?
Hulk Hogan and black people?
Hulk Hogan with his racist remarks.
Even though that's not technically WWE, but it kind of is.
What?
Because he is WWE.
Yeah, I'm like, are you
No. I'm not giving him a pass. I'm just saying.
Oh, you mean them as like a thing?
Yeah, like I'm talking about like there's the scandals that are WWE based. There's the scandals that are wrestler based, and then there are scandals that are wrestlers outside of WWE based. You know what I mean? Like with something that could be, it's not really controversial, but it's makes everybody raise the eyebrow is Bullet Club outselling WWE merchandise.
I love Hot Topic. You know I shop at Hot Topic all the time, and to walk into Hot Topic to get like, I don't know, parts for my Slytherin costume, and to see Bullet Club tees and see like they have them lined up on the wall everywhere. Just tons of Bullet Club tees.
Shout out to the Bullet Club.
You know, and we don't really talk that much about New Japan Wrestling here, but they are kicking their ass in merch sales. I went to an Impact show, everybody was in Bullet Club tees. We went to SmackDown, everybody was in Bullet Club tees. Like,
Bullet Club is in the house.
And it's a simple design, but it works. It's
a badass design.
Yeah, it works.
It's like the Batman logo. Everybody got a Batman shirt.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah, everybody got a Bullet Club shirt now. I mean,
when we were in Comic-Con, there was 70 million Bullet Club shirts, and you just see everybody jumping over each other to too sweet each other.
There are people that have Bullet Club shirts that have never watched the Bullet Club.
Yep. They have no idea what New Japan Wrestling is. They just like the shirt because it's in Hot Topic.
Hey guys, I'm going to give you a bit of trivia. I'm going to give you a bit of trivia. What is the most famous logo in Japan? Do you know it? This is an actual thing.
Yep, I Like Wrestling.
Oh! Shout out to Yep, I Like Wrestling. Hey, this is the podcast. Yes. No, it's the Yankees logo. Believe it or not. Yes.
You know what?
No, that's a true thing. The most famous logo in Japan is the Yankees logo.
Yeah.
Followed by Mickey Mouse. I don't know why I know those two facts, but those are the two most famous.
This is why you're here.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah, because you have random knowledge that nobody wants to know.
Do you remember another controversy? Remember when JBL beat up the Blue Meanie for no reason? Do you remember that?
Yep.
Well, you know what?
Just because.
How about another one? the fact that he was bullying Mauro Ranalli.
Well, that was more like undercover, and we found out about that.
Yeah.
He beat up the Blue Meanie live on television. He
Yeah.
just beat his ass for no reason. Just did it.
I mean, the boogeyman ate worms, and that kind of.
Oh, shout out to the boogeyman.
Not really. That still does a number on me. It does. You know when you see like shadows when you're about to go to sleep, I always think it's homeboy just eating worms.
The boogeyman!
It's the cuckoo.
I'm here to get ya!
Yeah, it's really bad.
Shout out to the boogeyman. Hey, Sonny, Tara may be too young for this. Do you remember back in ECW?
Bitch.
Kimono Wanalea stripped on top of the ECW arena. This was the first time, like, us as teenagers had ever seen a naked woman stripping on top. WWE did it many years after, but this was a big thing back then.
I saw
If
Lita
this was
and Edge
around,
almost had
if this was around 92, 93,
oh my god.
5'6"-ish, 96.
yeah, there was a long stretch during that time where I was rarely ever even home, man. Because like I missed a lot of, huh? God, I hate you. Let's just say,
Sonny was a whore motor.
Well, ECW was very controversial.
Actually, yeah.
They
Yeah.
let one of their women strip, and she did a full-on butt-naked striptease in the arena.
I heard about it, but I never saw
Yeah.
it. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
there's a,
get that footage up.
Oh, it's out there. Yeah.
yeah. I wonder if it's on the WWE Network.
And then there was a storyline with Tommy Dreamer and this Kimono Wanalea and another, I want to say Beulah.
Come on, I want to lay you.
Yeah, that was her actual name. Yeah, Kimona. And it turns out in the storyline, Kimona and Beulah were lesbian lovers, and they turned on Tommy Dreamer. And he grabs them both by the hair, and he kisses them both, and he said, fuck it, I'll take them both. Like, this is actual shit that went on in television. Like, this was what happened.
Tommy Dreamer wasn't ugly back in the day, so I can understand.
Like, little
now
things like
it's obesity in a ring, but you know before.
Shout out to Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, I'm sorry. He still distracted me at Impact though. When he walked out, I was like, "Oh my god, hello."
Jesus
Okay, what about anything Goldust did in the 90s?
Goldust took what he had and he made it work, but it was
No, but the
scary.
thing is, at the
Yeah.
time when it came out, it was like
People weren't ready.
I mean, it was him using homophobia to basically win matches because that's how he won his first continental title against Razor Ramon. He did something that was over the top, and he was able to pin him.
It was
Goldust.
I want to meet Goldust one year, and there's nothing you could do about it.
You as Goldust would be looking more like the Conquistador.
shout out to the Conquistadors.
No, I'm not gonna shout him out because he's in Crown Jewel, and I don't like it.
Speaking of Kurt Angle, do you know Kurt Angle's wife, Karen Angle?
Who's with Jeff Jarrett?
Yes, there's a controversy. Jeff Jarrett's wife is who? Do you know who his wife is?
Maria Kanellis.
Different eras completely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and anyway, Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett switch wives.
Wow.
Oh wait, they actually switched. I know that Kurt Angle's ex-wife is with Jeff Jarrett, but
And
I didn't
Jeff
know.
Jarrett's wife is now with Kurt Angle. Yes.
That's
No,
amazing.
I didn't know
Yes.
that.
That's an actual thing that happened. Yeah.
No, I mean, shit. We could go back years.
That's amazing.
There's stories, like crazy stories.
Wrestling
over
is such
the
an
years.
incestuous thing.
Yeah,
People date each other. Well, look at Matt and Jeff. Not Matt and Jeff.
Gentleman Chris Adams.
Yeah, look at Matt and Jeff. They both dated me. Look where I am now.
Gentleman Chris Adams. And
Shout
I
out to
forgot-
You Wish.
Gentleman Chris Adams, and I forgot who else. They switched wives. And we're talking about in like the 80s, early 90s. They were in WCCW, which was the Dallas
Precursor,
wrestling,
yeah.
where Kevin Von Erichs.
Shout out to the Von Erichs.
Yeah, like
Only people like Charmaine bring up Von Erichs and Nasty Boys.
No, she brings up the Nasty Boys. The Von Erichs were goddamn legends.
Yeah,
she brings up the
exactly.
Nasty Boys and the Headbangers.
The Nasty Boys and the Usos.
yeah, there's a lot of there was a lot of wife there was a lot of wife swap.
There was.
like real life wife swap.
I hate to
White
go back to
swap.
Chris Benoit, but his wife was
Was with-
actually
with
Eddie
Kevin Sullivan.
Gilbert's wife.
Yep.
And in a storyline, she left him for Chris Benoit
No.
and absolutely left him
No,
in real life.
You have it wrong, sir. Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, sorry. Who did I say? Eddie Gilbert? No, that was
Yeah.
Missy Hyatt's.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Kevin Sullivan, yes.
See, the general manager is not always right.
No, I'm sorry about Eddie Gilbert, Kevin Sullivan.
He is always right. Mind your business.
No, he was wrong on that one.
Well, that was another one. Switch wives.
Yeah,
Lita did it with Matt and Edge.
yeah.
They were best
I
friends.
would too.
Oh, you're
damn.
disgusting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I need a disclaimer because I can't go home and sleep without a disclaimer, Sonny, because that was gross. Poor Matt lost his job. Oi.
Those are the thoughts and opinions
Wonderful.
of nobody, because I'm not disclaiming it. So anyway,
Speaking of the Hardys, Jeff Hardy, 9 counts of drug possession. Oh,
well,
the
I mean-
raid on the Hardy compound. Thank you, Jeff Hardy.
I mean, listen, I kind of don't even consider like the drug bust because that shit kind of like goes with the territory.
rampant.
You okay there?
Goodness.
Yo, honestly, you look like a 2-year-old.
For those of you who couldn't see, Tara just looked like a lion on the Serengeti with the biggest yawn of your life. So I'm going to take that as a time to wrap up. Sonny, take us home so Tara can take a Mimi.
Actually, yeah. Before we talk about her taking a Mimi or Wee Wee or whatever the hell she's gonna do.
Mimi.
You just took a wee wee.
Listen,
Oh, this is too much information. I can't do this anymore.
you know what? First off, I've been letting you slide.
Thank you.
No. No,
Oh.
no, I didn't. Shit.
That sounds fun.
No,
Son of a
I
bitch.
often like to slide.
You slide off of what?
No. I've given you a pass on not doing your community service, which you have to do.
Sonny,
Yes.
that was more of a suggestion by your mother.
No.
Don't tell your mother I miss her.
I will, but
And I'm worried that her son's glucose is high.
I fucking hate you. Listen, you're gonna do your community service. I don't want to hear it.
Sonny.
Listen. I don't want to hear it, bro. You got to get this shit done because you're obligated to do your community service
Jesus.
and get this out the way. Because I've given you a pass for the holiday season.
What holiday? It's Halloween. What holiday?
Yeah. Halloween is a holiday. It started at New York Comic Con and ends in
Comic-Con.
it ends up October 31st. It's the holiday season.
Porn
I'll
for
allow it.
losers. Comic-Con.
Listen, Halloween is a holiday season. Do you believe in the Great Pumpkin?
Oh, goodness. How is she?
Oh, damn. Not that Great Pumpkin.
Oh.
I'm talking about the Great Pumpkin.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I haven't watched Charlie Brown in like at least 6 months. No, I don't
You
believe in
have
it.
Charlie Brown sitting across from you, right here. He's
Hey,
right here.
Man,
Wah, 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 wah,
What?
wah, wah, wah.
well, if I'm Charlie Brown, you know what? You're Sally.
Wow, I would have definitely thought I was Lucy.
Oh, yeah, no, Teddy's Lucy.
Yeah, I'm not doing this with you because that's too easy. So no, we're not doing this. Sonny, will there be a viewing party this Friday?
Yes, there will be. There will be a viewing party at Legends for the Crown Royal. You hear me?
Shout out to Crown Heights.
So the Crown Jewel viewing party will be taking place live at Legends beginning
6
at 11 a.m.
11, sorry.
Show starts at 12 p.m.
3 p.m.
And will you stop it?
We don't know, Sonny. We just watch the network until we see something moving. We don't know
Said
anything.
he's not even allowed to go,
I'm not because
Yeah.
I'm black.
and he's proud.
And he's a woman.
I'm
And-
not allowed. Shout out to Renee.
Shout out to Burkas.
Yeah. Which Renee might be wearing from head to toe.
Oh,
I can't wait.
goodness.
I might go just for that day drinking and Renee in a burqa.
I mean,
It'll be an improvement. Did you see what she wore at Evolution?
Oh,
She looked like a disco ball.
turn the beat around.
Oh, shout out to disco. Back when New York was fun.
let's not get into that controversy.
Yeah, that's another controversy.
Tell
I'm
him
not
the thing. Tell him the thing that makes it end. Tell him.
Oh, Sonny, take us home.
And that's a wrap for episode 51 of the Yep I Like Wrestling podcast. Thank you for joining us. Yes, 51.
Centrum.
Central. Oh, shit. Damn.
We'll Metamucil.
Fiber. Again, we're back to fiber.
Sonny's fiber's
Will you
low.
fucking
His
stop
fiber's
with
low.
my health? I'm fine.
No, you're not.
You're not.
Fiber's so low, Hornswoggle could sit on it. It's low, Sonny. It's low. It's low.
I freaking hate both
I
of you
care
guys
about
so
you,
much.
Sonny.
Teddy,
Yes.
you are not allowed back until you complete all your community service.
All of it?
Yes, all of it.
That's like a lot.
Yeah, and I want you to post it on our Yep I Like Wrestling IGTV.
Believe that.
So if you want to see the community service that Teddy will be performing over the next couple of weeks, tune into our Yep Instagram account under Yep IGTV, and you'll be able to check it out.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable because you need to do this shit. You thought you were gonna get away scot free?
Don't do the
Oh,
crying.
shout out to Scott.
That's right. What was that, Tara?
Don't do the crime if you can't pay the time.
Exactly. In other words,
Look who's talking. One who carries a butter knife in her back pocket. She's talking about doing the time.
You don't worry
Fine.
about my back pocket. You worry about your back pocket, okay?
Okay, fine. I will do my community service, and I will be back when it is done. I don't know how long that will take me, Sonny, but I will be back when it is done.
yeah. Stop writing checks. Your body can't. I mean, actually,
Wow.
never mind. Stop writing checks. Your mouth can't cash. No,
My mouth can always cash the
No, you know what? That
Yeah.
doesn't work either.
Yeah.
You know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Suck on that, Tara.
I hate y'all. How are we making fun of him the whole time? And then all of a sudden, it's stuck on that Tara. You go do your community service. Go pick up trash at Gun Hill or Hunts Point, wherever.
Picking up everything.
You gonna pick up a lot over there. You don't be careful.
Hey, you gotta do Tara's laundry too.
No good, no love. No, listen. The lady does my laundry. She's nice to me. We're not gonna have Teddy do it. He's gonna make holes in weird places.
I will stiffen all her underwear. I will starch like a fucking invention. She'll be awake for days.
I am.
You hear that sound?
The sounds of raccoons going through food. That's what you're hearing at home, folks. I'm just watching this.
Yeah, that is the sound
in
of,
there.
of a perfect puff pastry.
No, while you two do that, I'm
We're
going to
gonna
sit here and
gangbang the
do,
chicken pot pie.
No, you two enjoy that. I'm going to sit here and do my job. So
He pays us nothing.
he pays you nothing. Yes, he pays you nothing.
I'm paying you in food.
Oh yeah.
I listened to the podcast. I shouted out mayonnaise last week. I literally just get away with any type of shout.
Shout out to me.
I did. Because Stefan called Natalia the mayonnaise of, and I said, "Oh, shout out to mayonnaise." Literally, I listened and I said, "Why the fuck did I say shout out to mayonnaise?" And no one said anything. I just said, "Why the fuck do I say things like
No,
that?"
because no one's phased by it. They're like, yeah, fuck it. Shout out to mayonnaise. Put it with some ketchup and some garlic. It's great at
Yo.
totones. It's great.
Yo, honestly, it's like Teddy got fancy Tourette syndrome.
Nothing.
I did something at work, and I was like, suck on that, Tara. And I was like, fuck.
See, now it's spreading.
yo, you just
All that Tara.
I was like, wow, I hate them so much. I left work today, and I was like, Teddy, take us home. Fuck Sonny.
This podcast affects every aspect of your life.
Yeah, it really does. I don't know if the 15 or 12 listeners are enjoying it, but I enjoy it, damn it.
No, they do enjoy
I don't
it.
care about the rest. I enjoy it. You're going to listen to this voice, even though you don't recognize Teddy.
They do enjoy it because they come up to us and they tell us how much they
They don't
enjoy
tell us
it. So
anything.
they are out there listening.
They only
so
tell you. No one
shout out
cares
to
about
our
me.
listeners.
Everybody only knows Teddy.